So it is basically what RDBMS product. Initially, in the beginning, it's RDBMS product from Microsoft, and also support the features of RDBMS. And what for this SQL server is used to create database and to manage what database. Then so it is used for both development as well as for administration. SQL server is used for development and also administration. What are the day-to-day activities in development? What are the day-to-day activities of developer? So like in database, how data stored in database, how the data stored? Tables. Who create the tables? Who create the tables? Tables are created by developer. So like one is creating tables, another one creating tables, creating views, creating synonyms, creating sequences, creating indexes, okay, creating procedures, creating functions, creating what? Triggers, writing queries. So these are the day-to-day activities in development. Yeah, the day-to-day activities of developer. The day-to-day activities of developer: create the tables, create views, create synonyms, create sequence, create index, create procedures, create functions, triggers, queries, writing queries. So these are the day-to-day activities of developer. Okay, if you join as a developer in some company, your day-to-day activities are this. Okay, then now but you don't know like what is views, what is synonyms. We'll be learning in this course, we'll be learning this one. Okay, then after completing this course, we'll be perfect with what's our development. Okay, then so okay, this is development part. Okay, now like creating tables. Like suppose if you, like for example, you take one database is there. What is that? Is Tata Motors. Tata Motors maintains one database. Their database contains 2000 tables. Their database contains what's it? Tata Motors database contains 2000 tables. Creating 2000 tables takes time or not? Yes. Okay, so then what are the administrator? What are the activities of administrator? If you join as a DBA, what are your day-to-day activities? Okay, so suppose here in this system, okay, na, in this system I installed SQL server. In the system I installed SQL server. But if you go to companies, in companies, so group of developers work with the same database. In companies, not one, yes or no? Group of developers work with what? Same database. They use network. Nowadays, what? Everyone is sitting at home and connecting to the server and perform like doing the work. Yes or no? So now, like they use network. In network, we install SQL server. If you take network, in network, we install SQL server, DBA. Okay, now DBA must know what? Installation of SQL server. So one of the activities, installation of SQL server. Installation of SQL server. installation of SQL Server. So in real-time projects, work with the same database. So they use network. In network, we install SQL Server, DBA, database admin, not developer. Okay, na? So next, suppose for example, then a new project is started. Suppose assume that new project is .NET project, Java project, like. So a new project is started, and the new project requires a database. Every project needs what? Database. Database is must. So then what DBA will do? What DBA? DBA will take one system, one computer. Database admin will take one computer. In this computer, he install what's it? He install what? SQL Server. A new project is started. The new project requires a database, and DBA will take one computer. In that computer, he install SQL Server. Okay. After installing SQL Server, what this computer is called? This computer is called server. What this system is called? The system is called server. Server means what? Server means nothing. Server means a system where SQL Server software is installed. Server is a system where SQL Server software is installed and running. It is a system where SQL Server software is installed and running. If SQL Server installed in this computer, so what is this computer is called? Server. SQL Server installed in your laptop is called server. SQL Server installed in your mobile phone is called server, but not possible. Okay, na? You can't install SQL Server on mobile phones. Why? Because SQL Server is available for Windows. SQL Server is available for Linux. SQL Server is not available for Android. SQL Server is not available for Android. Your mobile phone, what is the OS? Android. Okay, na? So if Microsoft also introduces SQL Server on Android, then you can install SQL Server in mobile phone also. But now, up to now, it's not there. So SQL Server is there only for two. What are the two? Windows and Linux. Okay. Now, so this is the computer where SQL Server software is what? Installed. Then, and that new project needs a database. Then what DBA will do? DBA, using this SQL Server software, he creates a database. Inside the server, using this SQL Server software, he creates what's a database. One database is created. And the project is sales project. Suppose he creates a database called sales database. He creates one database. What the database is? Sales database. The project is sales project. He creates one database, sales database. Okay. What the another activity of admin is? Like one is what? Creating what's it? Database. Creating database. One is installation. After installing, inside the server, he creates what? Database. Maybe not one database, maybe number of databases. Okay. Then so not one database, maybe number of, because one project, don't think that one project requires only one database. In one project, they use several databases. So like suppose if you take, for example, one logistic company is there. Okay. Suppose Wipro is doing one project for logistic company. So they are maintaining 400 databases. Okay. Na? For that project, they are using what? 400 databases. So then who create these databases? DBA. DBA is responsible. Okay. Next one. Okay. Now server is ready. Inside the server, database is also ready. Okay. Na? Next, some developers are assigned to this new project. Okay. Na? Developers are assigned to the new project. Suppose let's say two developers, developer 1, developer 2, like that. some developers are assigned to this new project. Every day these developers has to do what? Every day these developers have to do what? Every day these developers have to connect to the, so these developers have to connect to the server. Every day these developers have to connect to the server and they have to work with what's that? Database. These developers, the developer one is having a laptop, developer two is having a laptop. So with that laptop, he has to connect to server and work with what? Database. Okay. Developers are provided with laptops. So from that, their laptop, they connect to the server, they have to work with the database. But to connect to the SQL server, so to connect to the SQL server, what is required is login is required. To connect to SQL server, what is required? Login is required. So if you want to connect, so without login, you cannot connect to the SQL server. Okay, then. So if you want to connect to SQL server, compulsory you need to provide what? Login and password. Okay, then who create the logins for developers? Okay, na? You see that yet. Then who create the logins for developers? Who create the logins for developers? Who create the logins? DBA. So another activity is what? Creating logins. Creating logins. So installation of SQL server, creating database, and creating what's it? Logins. Creating logins. Logins for developers. One login is created for developer one. They work with what? So that is one, creating logins. So install SQL server, inside the server, create database. After creating, create logins for developers. Next, what is important for companies? What is important for companies? Like you take banks, what is most important for bank? Okay, na? What is most important is that database is most important. Because if database is gone, everything is gone. If database is gone, okay, everything is gone. Suppose you go to bank, you ask, sir, what is my balance? Then bank people says, your details are gone. Then will you accept? No. You go to court. You file the case on bank. Yes or no? So what is most important for companies is their database is most important. If database is gone, everything is gone because entire customer data stored in database. Okay, then that is the reason what DBA will do. Regularly will take backup. Regularly will take what's that? Backup, database backup. Okay, na? Regularly they take what's that? Backup. What is backup means? What is backup means? Like suppose for example, okay, na? Then what is the backup means? See, there is one certificate, your engineering certificate is most important for you. Yes. Then what you do? You keep some Xerox set. All whatever certificates you have, you keep one Xerox set because they are important for you. Similarly, companies, what is important is database is important. Then what they do? They maintain one like a backup. So this is one file. Okay. Then what is this is? This is one file. What this file is called? Backup file. This is one file. What this file is called? Backup file. Then what they do? So this entire database is copied to what? Backup file. Whatever data is there in the database, this entire database is copied to the backup file. Okay. Then when this backup will be useful? When this backup will be regularly, they take backup. Regularly they take backup. Maybe every day, maybe in a day twice. Okay, na? Regularly they take backup. Okay, then When this backup will be useful? This backup will be useful if original database is what's it? Damaged. Original database is corrupted. Original database is damaged. Then they can recover the database from backup. Okay, then. So now, and recovering the database from backup is called restore. Recovering database from backup is called restore. Okay, then who do this backup and restore operations? DBA. So DBA must know how to take backups and how to what's it? Restore. Now, okay, then now next. So then taking backups and restore. Next one. So suppose, for example, then, but if you go to in projects, okay, they maintain for every project, there will be three. Okay, na? They maintain 3 databases for every project. So this is one, this is one, this is one. Okay, then. So like for every project, they maintain 3. Okay, what is this is called? This is called DAO database. What is this is called? DAO database. What is this is called? This is called QA. What is this is called? QA database. What is this database is called? This database is called production database. Prod. There will be 3. One is DAO, one is QA, one is production. Okay. So who connects to these databases? Who connects to the database? Who connects to this database? Who access this database? Developers. Developers will access this. Okay, now then developers will access. Who connects to this database? Huh? Quality assurance means testing people. Who test engineers? Testing people will connect to this one. Who connects to this database? Huh? Production means here what? Huh? Production means what? Who connects to this database? End users. Who connects to this one? End users. Who connects to this database? Developers. Who connects to this one? Testing people. Who connects to this one? End users. End users connects to this one. Okay, then. So now end users will connect to this. So developers every day they connect to the server, develop the database. Okay, na? Develop the database. So database is developed. They connect to Dev. Okay, they connect to the server. They develop what's that? Database. So development is completed. Okay, na? Database development is what's it? Completed. Once database completed, development is completed. So database is moved to QA server. It is moved to QA server. Okay, what for? For testing. Okay, na? So developers have written some programs, developers have written some queries, they are working or not. So this database is moved to the QA for testing. Once testing is also completed, then testing is completed, means database is ready for use. Database is what's it? Ready for use. Even cars also. Car. First they manufacture the car, design the car, manufacture the car. Next, test it. Next one, what? Use. So similarly, database development is completed. It is moved to the QA server for testing. Testing is also completed. Then it is moved to production. Okay. Then so end user can use this database. So here, like I want to move the database from one server to another server. I want to move the database from one server to another server. So what is this is called? This is called database what's it? Database export and import. So moving database from one server to another server, export and what? Import. Then okay, export and import. Next. Now, so suppose here, understood now? What this is exporting means? Like, okay, moving database from one server to another server. So I want to move it from DAO to what, sir? QA. In DAO server, export it. In QA server, import. You want to move from DAO to QA. In DAO server, export. In QA server, import. Okay, then. So export and import. Okay, fine. Suppose one user is there, one client is there, is using old version of SQL Server, using SQL Server 2012. SQL Server 2012 is using old version. Now you want to switch to the latest version, SQL Server 2019. He was using old version. Now you want to switch to latest version, SQL Server 2019. Okay, what is this is called? This is called what's it? Upgradation. Upgrading from old version to what's it? Latest version. Okay, this is called upgradation. Next, one client is using, okay, MySQL. One client is using MySQL. What is MySQL? It is also one RDBMS. It is also an RDBMS like SQL Server, Oracle. This is also one RDBMS. So one client is using MySQL. Now you want to switch to SQL Server. Okay, he was using MySQL. So, but MySQL is what? Like fundamentals, basic. Okay, basic provides basic facilities. Now you want to switch to advanced database. Then you want to switch to SQL Server. Then what is this is called? This is called what's it? What this is called? Migration. Okay, one is using old version of SQL Server. You want to switch to the latest version. That is called upgradation. Old version of SQL Server to the latest version. One database to another database. Then this is called migration. Who is involved in upgradation and migration? DBA. DBA. So what this is? Database what? Upgradation and migration. Okay, database upgradation and migration. Now, so next one. Okay, plus next one. So suppose, for example, then you just suppose you went to ATM, you go to ATM, you want to do balance inquiry. Suppose there is option balance inquiry. When you select that option, but system is taking half an hour time to show the balance. Okay, na? You selected balance inquiry, but it is taking half an hour time to show the balance. Will you wait for half an hour? No, you cancel it. You go to next ATM or you try after some time. But you can't wait for half an hour. Yes or no? Okay, na? So similarly, like you send a request to SQL Server. What request you send to SQL Server? You send a request to SQL Server. What is the request you send to SQL Server? Any request you send to SQL Server, what for? Maybe storing the data, updating the data, deleting the data, reading the data. Okay, na? You send a request to SQL server. Suppose you send a request to SQL server to update, but SQL server taking half an hour time to update. But users can't wait for half an hour. But users will send the request. User wanted the response in seconds or fraction of seconds. They can't wait for minutes of time. User send the request, they want a response in seconds or a fraction of seconds. They can't wait for minutes. So if SQL server is taking more time, then DBA will do something to make it run faster. What DBA? DBA will do something to make it run faster. So what is that is called? That is called, what that is called? Performance what's it? Tuning. What that is called? Performance tuning. Okay, then. So what that is called? Performance tuning. Okay, now tuning means improving. Tuning means what? Improving. Tuning means improving. Improving what? Improving performance. Improving performance is called performance tuning. So performance is low. SQL server performance is low. You have to improve the performance. Improving that performance is called performance tuning. Okay, now then. So suppose here, like I want to go to Amazon website. Okay, na? So Amazon, what? Amazon India. I select this one. Okay, then Amazon. So it's open. It's open in seconds or fraction of seconds. Yes, but if it is taking minutes time, so then what you do? You cancel it. Yes, you try after some time. Yes or no? Same thing in database. Also same thing. Okay, then. So these are the activities of what's it? Developer. These are the activities of administrator. Activities of developer, activities of admins. Okay, then. So every day, so developers are involved in these activities and DBA are also involved in these activities. Okay, na? Then. So, sir, actually, I'm learning SQL server. You are learning SQL server for .NET because I'm learning .NET, but .NET faculty said database is also compulsory. That's why I'm coming to this class. Actually, you joined in .NET class, but that faculty said you need database knowledge also. That's why I'm coming to this class. Next one. And who are going for what's it? Power BI, like BI tools, Power BI, or what's it? Tableau, or what? MSBI, like so, like otherwise, what's it? Data science. Okay, na? You're actually you're going to that class, but the faculty said database is knowledge is compulsory. Without database knowledge, learning .NET, Power BI, Tableau, MSBI is difficult. So that's why you're coming to this class. Then what you need is you need only this. What you need? You need only development. Okay, na? Then, but not said I want to develop my career in database only. Not this one. Okay, na? I want to develop my career in WhatsApp. Not this. I want to develop my career in what? Database. So actually I want to become SQL server what? Developer. After gaining some experience, I want to become what? DBA, SQL server DBA. Okay. Next, later I want to become cloud DBA. Okay. So this is my career path. I want to become like this. Okay. Then what you need? You need what's it? You need both. Okay. Then so if you want to become like .NET developer, Power BI, BI side, then what is enough? Development is enough. Actually, you don't need what? Admin part. Even if you don't know admin part, then nobody will ask. Okay. But I want to develop my career in this SQL server developer, DBA. Next what? Cloud DBA. Then what you need? You need both. Okay. So in this class, definitely, actually, what others will do, others will cover this one. Others will cover this, but they don't cover this one. But in this class, I'll be covering development as well as admin part also. Okay, then okay, na? I'll cover this one as well as I'll cover what's it, admin part also. After completing this course, you'll be learning how to create database, how to create what's it, logins, how to take what, backup, how to take database backup, how to recover the database in case any failure occurs, how to export database from one server to another server. So you'll be learning some performance tuning techniques. Okay, so in this class, even this part is also covered. Okay, and now, okay, so that's all. This is what the difference between development and what's it, administration. That. So next, what are the like versions of what? Okay, then what are the versions of SQL Server? Okay, what are the like versions of SQL Server? Okay, then versions. What are the versions of SQL Server? Okay, so versions, version and year. In which version introduced in which year? Okay, then
has published a book titled, what is that? Design Pattern.
so which version introduced in which year? So starting from version 1 introduced in 1991. Okay, then so 93. Next, what the latest version is what? SQL Server 2019. Okay, latest version. Okay, now then latest version. Now, so but what is the difference between one version to another version? What is the difference? Somewhat features. Some features are what added. The difference is one version to another version, some features. So 2014 is there. Some features are added to 2014, released 2016. Some features are added to 2016, released 2017. Like one version to another version, some features. But maximum in interviews, they focus on last three. If they ask any questions on what versions, then they'll focus on last three. What features introduced in 2016? What features introduced in 2017? Tell me some features you know in 2016, 17, 19. They'll ask something like that. In 2016, some polybase is introduced. Okay, na? JSON is introduced in 2016. Temporal tables, dynamic data masking. It's not the time to explain what is this. Okay, this is not the right time to discuss what is polybase, what is JSON. Okay. So these are the features introduced in 2016. Features introduced in 2017. Identity cache, new string functions, automatic tuning. Okay. So 2019, read write what big data using transact SQL. Okay. Then now then
Hello? Hello?
okay. Then so these are the the different features introduced in 2016. Okay. Then 17, 19. Okay. Now next. Okay, na? Okay. Yeah. Okay. Now, so, but but you can install WhatsApp any like, okay, then anything you can install, either install 2017, 2019. I'll show that how to install, how to download, how to install also. I'll show that. Okay. But after installing, okay, either you install anything, any version you install. Okay, na? So after installing, what is created after installation? So to understand that, first we'll see like what client server architecture. Okay, na? Then so client server architecture. Then we'll discuss like you install any SQL Server 2019, 17, 16, whatever version. Now, so here, see, there will be two here. One is called what? One is called server. Another one is called client. But when it comes to SQL Server, what is server? What is client? When it comes to SQL Server, what is server? What is client? Like already you know. Then, so suppose here, what I said, suppose a new project is started. When a new project starts, then what DBA will do? When new project start, what DBA will do? DBA will take one system. Will take one system. In that system, he install what? SQL Server. He install SQL Server. And after installing SQL Server, what is the system is called? The system is called server. Okay, na? Then what is server means? So what is server means? Server is a system where SQL Server software is installed and running. Server is a system where SQL Server software is installed and running. So then SQL Server is installed in this computer. So this computer is called server. So inside the server, SQL Server manages what? Inside the server, SQL Server manages what? Database. Okay. Inside the server, SQL Server manages database. Only one database, one or more databases. One or more database, not one database, maybe multiple. So SQL Server manages multiple databases. Then, so what is server is? Okay. Then what is server is? Like what is server? Next, what is server? Server is a system. Server is a system where SQL Server software is installed and running. System where SQL Server software is installed and running. Okay. System where SQL Server software is installed and running. Now, next one. Inside the server, SQL Server manages what? Database. Okay, na? Then that's all. Next one. Inside the server, SQL Server manages what? Database. And inside the server, SQL Server manages database. No. Next. So what server will do? Server, what sir? Receives request from. So server receives request from client and process the request, receive the request and process the request, and sends what? Sends response to client. So server receive the request from client, process the request and sends response to client. Okay, then. So server is a system where SQL Server software is installed and running. Inside the server, SQL Server manages what? Database. And the server receives requests from client, process the request, sends response to the client. So this is what server is. Okay. Now, Okay. Now, so this is server, like this is server. Okay. That server is a computer where SQL Server software is installed and running. So inside the server, using this SQL Server software, DBA creates what's it? Database. Okay. Now, then this is server. Can you directly sit in front of the server and store the data, update the data, delete the data? Can we directly sit in front of the server and store, update, delete the data? No, that is not possible. That is not practical because servers are located somewhere. You take, for example, bank. Bank server is there in Singapore. Are you going to Singapore to do the money withdrawal, money deposits? No, we go to ATM. You go to what? ATM. So ATM is connected to server. So from ATM, you are doing the transaction. That ATM is connected to server. Next one, Gmail server is there in America. Are you going to America to send to receive emails? No, from your laptop. Okay, na? So like open WhatsApp browser and connect to the Gmail, send and receive the emails. Yes. What is your laptop is called? What is your laptop? Client. Your laptop is called what? Client. In case of banking, what is ATM is called? What is ATM is called? Client. Sir, is database is there in ATM mission? Is your bank database is there in ATM mission? No, bank database is there in what? Server. Where is the server? Nobody knows. You take HDFC Bank is there. Where is the HDFC Bank server? Nobody knows. We don't know where it is located. Okay, na? Then from ATM, you connected to what? Server. Then doing the transaction. What is that ATM is called? Client. So from my laptop, I connect to Gmail server, send and receive the emails. What is my laptop is called? Client. So tell me, when server is there, then we don't directly work with what, sir? Servers. That is not possible. That is not practical because servers will be located somewhere. Then what we do? We use another computer. We use what? Another system. And using this system, what we do? Connect to. So connect to the server, submit the request and receive the. Okay, na? And submit the request, receive the response. So submit request REQ and receive what's the response. So what is this system is called? What is this system is called? Client. Okay, then what is this system is called? Client. So using this client system, you connect to server, submit the request, receive the response. Understood or not? Then now, but to connect to Gmail server, what should be installed in your laptop? Not mobile phones. I'm asking about in your laptop. To connect to Gmail server, what should be installed in your laptop? Huh? Browser. Google Chrome, any browser. Okay, na? Browser should be installed. Yes or no? If browser is there, you can connect. Browser and internet connection is there, you can connect to the Gmail server. Yes or no? Okay, na? What is that Google Chrome is called? Okay, na? What is that Google Chrome? Sir, here system is called client computer. What is that Google Chrome is called? Google Chrome is called a tool. Like what? A tool. Similarly, so like in this client mission, to connect to the SQL server, one tool should be installed. Sir, understood now? Sir, we cannot use Google Chrome to connect to the SQL server. Understood my point? We can't use Google Chrome to connect to what? SQL server. Separate tool is provided by Microsoft to connect to the SQL server. What is the tool provided by Microsoft? SSMS. What the tool is? SSMS. Okay, na? Then what is SSMS stands for? What is SSMS stands for? Then SSMS stands for what? SQL Server Management Studio. SQL Server Management Studio. Okay, then so SSMS, like, okay, then now SQL Server is a tool that is installed in server computer. SSMS is a tool that is installed in client computer. SQL Server is a server tool. SSMS is a client tool. Okay, SQL Server is what, sir? Server tool that runs in server. Okay, SSMS is what? Client tool installed in. So now you want to practice SQL Server every day. Okay, then in your laptop, what softwares you have to install? In your laptop, what softwares you have to install? You have to install SQL Server and also you have to install SSMS. You have to install two. What are the two? SQL Server, SSMS. After installing these two, you can practice SQL Server. Okay, na? Then this one, this is acting as server, this is acting as client. The same system is acting as what? Server and client. Why? Because SQL Server is installed in the same computer. SSMS is also installed in the same computer. So this is acting as server and client. But if you go to companies, in companies they use WhatsApp. In companies, what they use what? Network. So this is one system. Okay, na? What the system is? The system is WhatsApp. In the system, they install what? Then they install what? SQL Server. This is one system. In the system, they install SQL Server. Okay, and they create WhatsApp. They create one database. Okay, na? They create one database. Next one. So next, developer 1, developer 2, developer 3. There are 3 developers: developer 1, developer 2, developer 3. And these developers are sitting at home. Nowadays, everyone is working from home. Yes. Now this developer uses one laptop. This is developer 1 laptop, developer 2 laptop, developer 3 laptop. And what they do? And all these developers' laptops are connected to server. This developer laptops are connected to the server. Now in the developer laptop, what is installed in developer laptop? SQL Server is installed? No. What is installed in developer laptops? SSMS tool is installed. What is installed? SSMS tool is installed. SSMS tool is installed. That's all. Okay, na? So you don't need to install SQL Server in developer laptops. What is installed in developer laptops? Only the tool is installed. SSMS tool is installed. Where is the SQL Server? SQL Server is there in server system. Okay, understood? Then so every day developers will open SSMS tool and connects to what? SQL Server and work with what's it? Work with database. These developers will open SSMS tool, connect to SQL Server, work with database. Okay, then now next, so what is client is? Okay, what is client? Now, so client is a system. Client is also a system. So client is a system where users can. Client is a system where users can, one, connects to server, submit request to server. Third one, receives response from server. Connects to server, submit a request to server, receives response from server. Okay, na? Then system where users can connects to server, submit the request to receive the response. Okay, then server receives what? Server receives request, sends response, but client to submit request, receives response. Okay, then So what is the client tool? What the client tool is? SSMS, 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 SQL Server Management Studio. Okay, na? SQL Server Management Studio. Okay, then now, so user uses SSMS tool, connects to what? SQL Server that maintains what? Database. Okay, then user using SSMS tool connects to SQL Server, work with database. Okay, then so where this will be there? Then where this will be there? These two will be there in. These two will be there in what's it? Server. These two will be there in client. User. This will be there in client. This will be there in server. Okay, then sir, like even okay now then. So even if you go to Oracle also, it is same. Basic architecture will be same. Maybe tools may be different. If you this is in SQL Server. This is in what's it? SQL Server. Like this is in SQL Server. If you go to Oracle, user uses a tool. What is the tool? SQL plus. What is the database? Oracle database. Maintains what's it? Database. User uses a tool called SQL plus tool, connect to Oracle, work with what's it? Database. This is in what? Oracle. User uses MySQL Workbench. MySQL what's it? MySQL Workbench and connects to what's it? MySQL server and work with what? Database. What this is? This is MySQL. User uses padmin and connects to okay PostgreSQL database. Connects to PostgreSQL, then work with what? Database. This is what this is PostgreSQL. That's all. So tell me one database to another database, what is the difference? Okay, na? Architecture is same. What is the different? Tool. SQL Server uses SSMS tool. Oracle developers uses SQL plus. MySQL developers uses MySQL Workbench and PostgreSQL developers uses padmin. Like that. Okay, then tool may be different. Working will be same. Now, okay, na? Then okay. Next. Then so okay, like next. So but here what you have to download? Okay, na? What you have to download? You have to download what's it? See, you have to download two softwares. What are the two softwares? SQL Server plus SSMS. Okay, then how to download SQL Server? Okay, now how to download SQL Server. Then, so like first one second. First listen this. Okay, like first see this here. Then, so go to Microsoft.com to download SQL Server. I'll give the link. Okay, now wait. Then just go to Microsoft.com. Okay. Okay. Then this is the link for downloading. Okay. Then so just go to this one. This is the link for downloading this. Okay. Then but after typing this, okay, then now then so like you'll get SQL Server, like what, Azure SQL Server at the edge. If you want to install SQL Server on cloud, then download this one, get started. You want to install SQL Server on premises, means like this, not in cloud server. If you want to install SQL Server in cloud, then use this one. You want to install SQL Server in on premises. On premises means other than cloud. So use this one. But what is he saying? Trial version. This will work for 180 days. This will work for 180 days. After 180 days, it will ask license. You have to take the license. But I don't want to use trial version. Then for practice purpose, okay, SQL Server is provided free editions also. Microsoft is provided what? Free editions for practice purpose. Okay, you want to practice. There are two free editions available. One is what? Developer edition. Another one, Express edition. Anything you can download, either developer edition or Express edition. Okay, na? Then so download this one. Download this developer edition. Okay, then download this. So then this will be downloaded. It's downloaded. Okay. After downloading, where you can find this? One file is downloaded. Where you can find this file? Downloads. You go to downloads. So this is downloads. In downloads, SQL 2019. Which version? This is 2019. SQL Server 2019 Developer Edition application. What do you have to do? Double click this. What do you have to do? Double click. If you double click, installation begins. If you double click, what's that? Installation begins. So this is a download. Okay, na? Then simple. So this is the what? This is the link for downloading this. Okay. Then next, after downloading, so you'll get a file. Okay. Double click that file. When you double click that file, installation what's that? Starts. Okay, na? Installation begins. Next, we'll see what? Step-by-step installation. Okay, na? Next, what's that? Step-by-step installation. What is the step-by-step installation of SQL Server? Okay, what is the step-by-step installation? So here, developer edition. So the developer edition step-by-step installation is this. Okay, then step-by-step installation. Then so like when you double click, suppose this is what you got, this file, you double click this file. When you double click this file, then so it will, you will get this window. In this you select what, sir? Custom. You select what? Custom. After double click, you'll get this window. In this you select what? Custom edition. Okay, next one. Then so next, and choose, like in the next step, Okay, choose what's it? Installation. So installation here, right side, left side, there is a call installation. Select this installation. After selecting the installation, now, so here you select what's it? New SQL Server standalone installation. So there is option here, new SQL Server standalone installation. Okay, select this option. And after selecting this option, next one, specify the edition. Specify the edition. Edition is what's it? Developer edition. Automatically it comes. We don't need to do anything. Developer edition. Next one. Next, what you have to do? Accept. Let's see this first. Accept. Okay, accept. Next one, what's it? Here, license terms. Here, accept it. Okay. Next one, updates. So if you want to receive the notifications from Microsoft, select this option. But I don't want to receive any notifications from Microsoft. Uncheck. I don't want to receive any notifications from Microsoft. Okay, na? Then uncheck this option. Okay, you select or uncheck, it doesn't matter. I don't want to receive any notifications from Microsoft. Uncheck it. Okay, updates. I don't want to receive any updates from Microsoft. Uncheck. Next one, install rules. So just nothing. Click what's it? Next. Next one, future selection. In future selection, select only database engine. Select only what's it? Database engine. Here Python is there, like don't select Python, etc. Okay, na? Don't select anything. Select only database engine. First option is there, database engine services. Select only that first option. Don't select any R, Python, etc. Okay, na? Then select only first option, database engine services. Click what? Next. Click next. Next one, instance configuration. Leave it to the default. Leave it to what's that? Default. Whatever is there, leave it to the default. Instance configuration. Next one. So here also click next. No need to do anything. And configure database engine parameters. Okay. Here select a mixed mode. Select a mixed mode. Next one. Enter the password. Enter what's that? Password. Enter the password, but remember this password. This password is important. Enter the password, but remember the password. This password is important because every day we use this password to connect to SQL Server. I said login password is there now. Okay, na? We use this password to connect to the SQL Server. But enter password, but don't enter complex passwords. Enter simple password, ABC123 like that. Don't use underscore, @ symbols. Don't use that. Enter simple password, 123. Okay, na? Then, so enter the password. Okay, then, and add current user. Click this button, add current user. Okay, next. So select mixed mode, enter password. Sir, in all these steps, you don't need to do anything. Always what? Next, next, next. Only in this step you have to enter. What you have to select? Mixed mode. Next one, enter password, add current user. Click what's that? Next. Click next. That's all. Installation will be completed. That's all. Simple installation. Okay, na? So I'll share these links. Okay, then so downloading. What is this is? What is this is? Downloading SQL Server and installing what's it? SQL Server. Downloading SQL Server, installing SQL Server. Okay, downloading and installing SQL Server. But you need one more. What is that is? SSMS. You need one more, SSMS. Okay, then we'll see that in the next class. Okay, na? Again, tomorrow also I'll repeat it. Then. Okay. Oh, oh. Hmm? Hmm? Yes, actually, here theoretical, what is database, what is DBMS, what is RDBMS, that theory is completed. Actual is started from today on. Okay, na? So just 2 days, but 2 days I have taken theory. Okay. Nah. Huh? I'll share the notes. Notes is there. I'll share the notes. If you don't understand, then we'll discuss. Okay, na? Databases are two types. That's what I said. There are two types of databases. Companies uses databases now. So the database might be either OLTP or OLTP. One is OLTP is used for day-to-day. OLTP is used for analysis.
Question is that only, sir.
How to find those links, sir? Download. Download. How to find those download?
It is links, but it's not there. But how to see it? Share the links.
Also, take a pic of the
Once again, this is there. How to do this?
so you can take a pic, sir.
You take a pic now.
I have a question.
One second. Just, say SQL Server doc.
What is the major difference between SQL of on-premises to that of cloud? What is different between suppose in cloud we have Azure SQL, SQL and all right.
Same thing. Then this one. Visual SQL is also similar.
Some functionality will be different.
Like minor changes. Minor. Major part is
Cloud also we connect to the SSMS or we have any another exposure to connect to that?
in cloud. Cloud also will use same.
Same SSMS only.
Yes. Tools are same. Tools are not changing. Tools remain same. But one is in on-premises server, another one on cloud.
So SSM is used to connect to a particular server.
Yes.
So this is on-premises we are connecting to SSM. For cloud we have a portal or like we will
Like
connect
at the time of connection, it will ask Azure, some
through SSMS only we are going to connect.
While connecting, it will ask.
Okay.
Okay. ఒకటే but better like రెండు ఒకటే but like if you know Oracle, then Java, Oracle, .NET SQL Server, .NET Power BI, Tableau, data science. Okay, SQL is good. This SQL Server is good. No? But like videos means you have to take it from Naresh IT, but notes I can give it. Notes I can share, but only what is covered is theoretical part is covered. What is database? What is DBMS? What is RDBMS? Okay, na? Actual SQL Server is started from today. Okay, na? Like development, developer activities, DBA activities, that is covered from today only, SQL Server. Fee structure, then Naresh. Yes. Yes. ఈ డేటాబేస్ అడ్మినిస్ట్రేటర్గా రోజు ఇతను ఈ చేస్తుంటాడు. అడ్మినిస్ట్రేషన్లో ఇవి యాక్టివిటీస్ ఇవి. డేటాబేసే మరి అడ్మినిస్ట్రేషన్ అంటే డేటాబేస్ డెవలప్మెంట్ ఉంటుంది, డేటాబేస్ అడ్మినిస్ట్రేషన్ ఉంటుంది, అంతే కదా. నో నో, ఓన్లీ SQL సర్వర్. మళ్ళీ SSRS అంటే ఓకే కవర్ చేయొచ్చు, బట్ SSIS మళ్ళీ సపరేట్. ఓకే చేస్తాను. అంటే ఇప్పుడు యాక్చువల్ వాళ్ళు క్రియేట్ చేయాలి అది గూగుల్ క్లాస్ రూమ్. వాళ్ళు ఏం చేస్తారంటే మీ మెయిల్ ఐడి తీసుకుంటారు, మెయిల్ ఐడిని యాడ్ చేస్తారు గూగుల్ క్లాస్ రూమ్కి, అప్పుడు నేను అప్లోడ్ చేయొచ్చు. ఓకే, ఇప్పుడు నేను గూగుల్ క్లాస్ రూమ్ క్రియేట్ చేసినా కానీ మీకు తెలియదు అది. ఓకేనా, మీరు యాడ్ కావాలి దానికి. ఓకేనా, సో చెప్తాను వాళ్ళకి నేను. వాళ్ళు ఏం చేస్తారంటే వాళ్ళు రిజిస్ట్రేషన్ కంప్లీట్ అయిన తర్వాత క్రియేట్ చేస్తారు ఇవన్నీ, అది వాళ్ళ ప్రొసీజర్ అది. ఓకే చేస్తాను. టెన్త్ క్లాస్కి ఏం కాదు బాస్. ఓకేనా, ఏదో ఒకటి మేనేజ్ చేయి. ఓకేనా, ఇప్పుడు ఏదో వర్క్ చేసిన అని చెప్పేసి అక్కడ 2 years మీ దాంట్లో మీ ఊర్లో సమ్. ఓకేనా, ఎక్కడైతే వర్క్ చేసిన పెద్ద ప్రాబ్లం ఏం రావు. ఓకే, నో ప్రాబ్లం అసలు, మీకు నో ప్రాబ్లం ఏం రావు. Hello. So, hello. I'll add the notes to the chat box. You can download it. Like I'm adding to the chat box. You download it. Please don't send any messages. Please wait. Okay. Then don't send any messages. Please wait for just 2 minutes. So I added to the like chat box. You can download. Okay, you can download, but mobile users cannot download. I think you try it. Okay, na? Then.
Hello. Hello.
That's what here actually just wait for some 1 or 2 days. Here there is a problem here. You're speaking something, but I can't hear it. Okay, there is a problem here. Okay, now. So like I already this informed to hardware people, so they will rectify this problem. Just wait for 1 or 2 days. Okay, na? Then, and tomorrow's class, I'll
Present, can
send
you
all
hear
the
me?
links, like downloading SQL Server, installation of SQL Server, downloading SSMS, installation of SSMS. I'll like send all the 4 links to the chat box. Okay.
Sir,
No,
hello.
because today I just explained only SQL Server now. So in tomorrow's class, I'll cover all 4. Plus, I'll send the links to the chat box. Okay. Anusha, you're not understanding the point.
Sir,
Okay.
sir, వినిపిస్తుందా?
Then there is a problem here. You are speaking something, but I can't hear what you are speaking. So please just wait for 1 or 2 days. That problem will be rectified. So
Sir,
after that, you can, whatever you speak, then I can understand. I'll share the links in the tomorrow's class. Whatever the links, downloading, installation links, I'll share that links in the tomorrow's class. Okay. Then. Okay, guys. Bye. See you tomorrow. So if you're already using SQL Server version, it's okay. You can continue that. Don't install SQL Server 2019. Okay, now? Then I said I'll share the links in the tomorrow's class. That notes is not today's notes. That notes is everyday notes. All the notes, complete notes is there. Okay. Then please wait for the tomorrow's class installation. Regarding installation, wait for the tomorrow's class. After that, you will ask because your doubts will be cleared. Okay, na? Wait for the tomorrow's class regarding the installation. Okay, then. Okay, guys, bye. See you tomorrow. Okay, then everything, your doubts, all your doubts will be cleared. Just wait for tomorrow's class installation. Okay, then all your doubts will be cleared. So okay, then bye. See you tomorrow.